What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video on Pure Panorama. We are gonna just get underneath the 24 valve right now and try and look to see if we can't see where that boost leak might be coming from. Just really getting under there to look at the intercooler boots and just check the overall condition of the other ones. Now obviously the ones that are up high here, the one on the intake horn and the other one just below the turbo on the elbow off the compressor housing, we've seen the conditions of those. They're very easy to see, but we're gonna take a look at all four of them and kind of just see if anything out of the ordinary stands out to us or whatever, and see what we can find. So let's go do that right now. We're gonna start right here. Right now I am down underneath the driver's side front of the truck where the cold pipe goes up to the intake horn, trying to get a peek at the bottom of this. It's hard to see the top of it because you got your washer fluid reservoir here and a whole bunch of other crap, lines and wires and all that crap in the way. But looking at the bottom of it, besides a bunch of oil and stuff on it, it doesn't appear to look damaged, but I guess it could be hard to really tell because it is covered in oil. See if we can feel anything that doesn't feel the way that it should. No, it's just extremely dirty, but it doesn't seem to be damaged or anything. The clamps are both on tight, and I can see the boot on the up there on the top where it meets the cold pipe, and down here on the intercooler. So it's connected. It doesn't seem to be popped off in any way, so I think that one is actually good. I know this upper one on the cold side is 100% good. Obviously you can see that clear as day. You get up here and take a look at it. It's all connected up here nice and snug there. There's no way that that one there is leaking. We come down here and look at this one here on the passenger side front. So this is our hot side pipe right here, and that one covered in oil too. Obviously it's covered in oil due to the same reason that everything else under here is covered in oil. Wherever our oil leak is coming from, whether it's the oil pan gasket, the front main seal, it could be one of a few different spots, honestly, where this oil is coming from. And then just the pressure of it alone, spraying it all over, plus traveling down the road, the wind, the breeze, blowing it wherever it wants to. But the bottom side of this one actually doesn't look bad either, and it is connected. The clamps look good, tight. Well, I don't know if they look good. They look like they probably need to be replaced. I think that it's really just that one right there that's giving us the trouble that we are experiencing. I'm not sure how well you can see this, but if you look down in here, this side looks completely normal. But on this side, man, this thing just looks blown out and just twisted. You see how like swollen it looks over there on that side? It might be hard for you guys to see it, but that side over here just looks so bulged out and not normal, and that is actually the side that I guess had that little tear, that little hole in it. So it may be just this boot right here that is giving us the trouble and making that howling noise when we're driving down the road and the hx35 isn't fully boosted up yet. The way I see things though, if we're gonna replace one of them, the rest of them are obviously all the same style boots and probably the same original boots that have been on this truck for however long, because if I had to guess, I would say they probably have never been changed. So it's probably been on the truck since the truck was new, for the last 237,000 miles. So it's probably just time to replace all of them. New clamps, everything. As my luck would have it, if I were to just replace the problem child and get rid of the one and put a new one in its place, I would take off for the first time driving it after that and probably blow another one and wish that I ordered all four of them. So I think that is the game plan anyways for the boost leak issue, is probably just a whole set of 4 new intercooler boots, all new clamps to get them in position and tighten them down, hold them in place. There's a few different options that I could go with as far as getting new intercooler boots for the 24 valve, and I don't know which one I'm gonna do just yet. There's color options and boots that hold up to different boost ratings and things like that. So I need to really kind of just sit down probably tonight and check things off the list, really figure out what ones I think would be best for the truck and future plans for the truck, so that I don't have to reorder them later on down the road if we do change turbos or fueling stuff again on the truck, trying to push more boost. I want to make sure that whatever boots I get right now are going to be able to handle that in the future, like I said, so that we don't have to pull them back off and replace them. We want to make these purchases once and put new products on the truck just hopefully one time and not have to do it multiple times. The one set that I've really, I guess, kind of been leaning towards and contemplating getting are the Mishimotos. So I'm gonna do a little bit more digging around and see if there's any other ones out there that are more or less comparable to those. But I mean, I guess I was more leaning towards the Mishimoto because I can actually order those right off Amazon Prime. I would like to get this little boost leak taken care of as soon as possible, although I don't think that it's really hurting much right now. It is just a tiny leak. It's not anything major, like when the intercooler boot actually blew off of the elbow from the compressor housing. So this is a little boost leak that we can live with if we had to for the next week or so, whatever, however long it would take me to get some boots and figure out which ones I want. It's not like it's pressing and I need to do it now to get the truck back on the road. I do have a little bit of time. And then the other thing, I guess, with the intercooler boots from Mishimoto here, not only does Mishimoto have just a good name and reputation in the intercooler game and radiator game, but I do like the silicone radiator hoses that Mishimoto has for these trucks, man. They're gorgeous. So if you guys haven't seen those, go over to Mishimoto's website and check those out. Upper and lower radiator hoses, silicone ones, and they are just so clean, man, nice and shiny, just gorgeous looking radiator hoses. But I feel like if we did the Mishimoto intercooler boots, then if we ran the radiator hoses also, it would just kind of start to tie everything in nicely under here and point us in the direction of getting this engine bay cleaned up. Because we can't just have the hx35 looking like the nicest thing under the hood. We've got to start to clean up the appearance of other things. I do have gear oil in the garage though that I've had for a little bit now, and I've been meaning to get into the front and rear differentials. So that is actually one thing that is on my list of to-dos, and I do want to get into it. And I actually tried maybe like 2 months ago, one night after work. I didn't have much time, but I went to try and crack the rear diff open just to drain it and put new oil in that and get that one done and out of the way. And whoever was in the differentials on this truck before I purchased it, whatever RTV they used, I have a feeling that it's probably like ultra black or something that maybe shouldn't be on the differentials to seal them up. But whatever they used, I cannot break free. It has created such a tight seal from the differential cover to the actual diff housing itself that I cannot get anything in between the cover or the housing to pry the cover out enough to where I can pop that seal and then pull the cover off. So I do need to actually brainstorm what to do for that. Just try and find some other ideas of things that I can try out to get that differential cover off. And honestly, I have a feeling that the front diff is gonna be the same way and fight me just the same. So I need to find out if you guys have any tips or tricks or have had this happen to you. Let me know how you got the differentials opened, because I really need to put some new gear oil in both of them. And then before winter gets here, I need to get the front axle seals done so that we don't have to worry about using the four-wheel drive on the truck and having a low level of gear oil in this front differential. That is gonna do it for me though. I just really kind of wanted to look at the rest of the intercooler boots because I didn't do that yesterday, and see if I could see anything that looked like it shouldn't. But everything seemed to check out except for the boot over there that I know has a tiny little hole in it, and like I already said, I think that is the one giving us the problem. So you know, I don't know, that's nothing. We will get that one replaced, and the others, because like I said, if we're gonna replace one, then we might as well just replace them all. And I'm gonna go ahead and just order a full-on kit with all new clamps and get that taken care of. So look forward to hopefully receiving those intercooler boots here in the very near future, and then a video on which ones I got explaining why I went with them and then getting them installed on the truck. As always, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button on your way out. If you're new to the channel, stopping in for the first time, hit subscribe before you leave. Join the family. Guys, I will see you in the next video tomorrow when hopefully my mood is a little bit more elevated up here. All right, I'll see you then. Peace.